What time is it?
Say, kids, what time is it?
What time is it, kids?
Does anybody really know what time it is?
It's 8 o'clock in Los Angeles. It's 9 o'clock in Denver. It's 10 o'clock in Chicago. In Baltimore, it's 6:42.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 9, 10, 11 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock.
Friday morning at 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. 9 a.m. It's 7 o'clock and I wanna rock.
Welcome back to the Hoebee in the Afternoon experiment. Fun for the whole family. Unless the kids are listening right now. Give a little bastard something to color for a little while. It's time for our Key West Film Festival moment today. And today I bring you someone I'm very proud of. Has gone from behind the bar in Key West to behind the camera as a producer and director of a multi-award-winning movie. Her name is Wendy Keeling. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
God, it's good to see you again. It's been a long time here. Tell everybody out there your connection to Key West, because your movie's in the Key West Film Festival. Tell them about your history down here.
I think I lived here for 14 years. We get a little distracted on exactly
I don't
how
even
long
remember.
we've been here. But I used to bartend. My first gig in Key West was at Sloppy Joe's.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Halpern saw me on the street and said, "Did you just apply for a job there?" And within like 10 minutes, I think I was working there. I worked at Sloppy Joe's. I worked at 801. I worked at La Di Da. I worked at Virgilio's. I opened Cowboy Bill's.
Mm-hmm.
And I also am a visual artist, and I worked at the Key West Community College with Jay Gogan in the ceramics department.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a Renaissance woman.
I'm kind of creative. Anything that's creative and cool and doesn't pay any money, I'm super good at it.
Right, yeah, I hear that. So all this time you were down here bartending, you were doing this and that and the other thing. You're a movie director and producer now. Where did that come along? How do you even know how to do it?
I'm not really sure. I like to say it was an accident. I was bartending.
I've been involved in one. There's a lot of moving pieces at this stuff. There's a lot of people have to be at a certain place at a certain time, and if this thing doesn't happen, they complain that it's costing money. There's a lot of money and a lot of stuff, so you can't step up to the plate for your first effort without knowing what you're doing, right?
No, I mean, when I was down here, I got pulled into a film and some commercials. I got pulled into a film called Key West City of Colors. And they really just said, "Hey, can you help us out?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." And then all of a sudden, I'm doing an international marketing campaign with Absolute Vodka, and we were at Sundance in the Yarrow Hotel in the Showtime room, screening right after the L Word when that first came out. So I kind of had a crash course in film,
And vodka had something to do with it.
Vodka usually has a lot to do with a lot, I find.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, Sister Sledge.
Although I'll tell you what, I'm still a fan of bubbles. I like bubbles better.
Mm-hmm.
Bubbles are kinder to me in the morning. Little champagne.
Good to know. That's what we call the fun fact here in the radio business.
So if you want to know what to buy, Wendy. So, I did that. And then, as you all know, things got a little tight down here. I got married later in life, and my husband's parents needed some help, so we moved up to Nashville, Tennessee, and I started doing some acting, and then I think it was a 48-hour film festival, which usually I act for, and something happened with the film I was supposed to be in, and I got a little upset. See, I didn't swear. Are you proud of me? I didn't swear. Wanted to say something else.
We really thought this was going to go south a lot earlier.
Did not say it yet. And I just said, well, whatever with you. And I just picked up the phone and called a whole bunch of actors that I had worked with and some production people, and we put together a film. And somehow, on accident, I ended up directing it. And that 48-hour film went to, I think, 12 film festivals without an edit. My editor lost the footage.
Really?
So we really couldn't.
It was just everything you shot.
It was what we shot in that 48
plain
hour.
as it can be.
Absolutely. You they pull a genre out of the hat. You write a script overnight. You shoot it in however many hours in one day, and you put it together. And we won a few awards with that. And then we traveled to film festivals.
It's got to be pretty rewarding your first time out of the shoot. You know what I mean? Winning awards right out of the shoot, because that's one of the toughest businesses on the planet you're in, right there.
Well, you know what? I know some fantastic people, and I like to say,
including Officer Tanaka over here.
He's pretty fantastic. I have to say, he brought me water.
He is available for children's parties, bar mitzvahs, weddings, and drive-by shootings.
Do you do balloon animals?
No.
Oh.
And so,
Well, I don't know then.
we're working on stuff here.
We need to
All right,
focus.
so now you've got to get money
Yes.
to make movies, and
So they tell me.
I've been asking movie producers that have been in here and directors all week long, what does this title mean? What is this? Essentially, producer. What they've told me, unless you're executive producer, means you're out getting money
Yeah.
to make the movie with. They're essentially salesmen,
Yeah.
salespeople, and the bigger money you produce, the more that's there because it takes money. They say the toughest part is to get money after you've exhausted your budget to finish it. How did you get your money to make your movie? Because we're going to talk about that in just a minute here.
Yeah, we did a couple Indiegogo campaigns initially because of the topic of the film. It was timely and people were interested in it, so they were very kind. And I don't even know how many people donated. So we raised I'd say we raised about $10,000. And I'll be honest with you, most of that has gone into post and marketing for the film after the fact. My cast and crew worked basically for food. I made sure that they had reasonable good food. And
You have any Slim Jims on the set?
we
What
might
kind of candy?
have
What kind of candy were you
everything.
storing?
My
Everything.
craft services person was fantastic. She
Right.
had those little spoons that you dip
I
in the
got in
things.
trouble for hoarding candy, and the old lady said, "Well, that's for you. You don't have to fill your pockets with it." And I said, "I feel more comfortable hoarding."
What were you hoarding? So if I have you on set, I'll just have like your little stash.
There was a lot of Milky Ways.
Milky Ways.
Yeah.
I'm a Snickers girl. Those little mini ones.
These were the full sizers,
Oh,
though,
no.
Wendy. We're not talking what they inappropriately call fun size on these because they're the least fun, having to open them up every 5 freaking seconds here. Anyway, Wendy, your movie Self-Offense is premiering down here, and we're going to talk about that. It's a very serious subject, but something you need to hear. That's coming up next as we continue to learn on the craft of movie making here on the Hoebee in the Afternoon Experiment. We should probably learn how to do radio, though, somewhere along the line
That
here.
too.